what's out? Hi, welcome to my new channel. This your girl TinySlay. Hey, what up with it? Anyways, I have decided to make a new channel due to me just wanting to separate content from like all my hair, makeup, nails, beauty, all that stuff on one channel, and then me just doing my tiny talks on another. I want the two to clash, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. Some of it more adult ish kind of content that I don't really care for like children to view possibly. So yeah, that's why I'm making the channel. But especially like a topic for today. So the topic for today, because something kind of happened today. So, and also I was going through some videos in my phone, like really old videos that are like 2 or 3 years old. And I came across this video of me explaining the situation that kind of correlates with what happened today. And I guess the topic of this video would probably be like sexual harassment in the workplace. For me, okay, so for the past couple of years, my normal 9 to 5, just real quick, that's another reason why I'm on and off YouTube so much, is just life for one. And yeah, just trying to find a balance between, you know, me wanting to showcase what I can do, and then versus topics that I want to discuss. 9 to 5, what it has been for the past couple of years, well, I've done other things, but what I actually enjoy doing, which is weird, is cleaning. So, anywho, there has been a lot of situations that have transpired with my jobs, and that's what I want to talk about today. So, back when I was working back home, I'm not really going to say where home is. I'm not going to name the company that I used to work for, nor the company I work for now. I'm not going to name any people's names. I'm just trying to give less detail as possible because, yeah. So, back home, I worked for a company, and before I moved here, I was working there for like 2.5 years. So, right before I moved, there was a situation as to, okay, so my CEO had allowed another lady to take over the company. And with that being said, she, like, me and her just weren't, we just didn't really get along like that. And it just she caused like a lot of static in the company, just my personal opinion. So, yeah, we just kind of clashed. But nonetheless, okay, so one day I got a message from my CEO saying, you know, you are not taking as much time in these houses as you should be. So I was like, okay, where is this coming from? Well, I pretty much explained to her that, number one, when it comes to me and cleaning, and with me being there so long, a lot of the clients that I had them since I had been working there. So I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew what type of cleaning, like their points, like in a sense where their dirt was and how to find it and how to get it and clean it up, whatever. And then the second reason as to why I don't take as long in houses as I should have was the topic that we're going to kind of talk about today. So I kind of explained to her that, okay, so here's a little piece of backstory on me. Just to let, I don't know, the world know, not that it really matters. When it comes to relationships and marriage for me, I'm pretty old school with it. You married, so why are you talking to me? Type of thing. Like, I respect people's marriages more than actually married people do. In a way, and back then I wasn't married. I wasn't close to marriage, so I didn't really, but still I had my idea of what, in a sense, my idea of what a husband and wife should be and how they should act and all of those type of things. So, yeah, that's just a little backstory as to why, for me, these situations went the way they did. And that's what I kind of explained to her. So we'll get there. Male client, he had a girlfriend too or something. It was just a kind of slick comment he made. Like, just like now, when I was back home, I changed my hair every week. I changed my nails every week. He just made a really slick comment of, well, oh, I see your hair is different. Did you change your hair for me? Like, bro, chill. Okay, so number one, I had about 4 or 5 different situations to happen with me at work. So the first one was a client that I did every week. And again, a lot of my clients that I did were husband and wife. They of course live in the same household. It was a husband and wife. For this instance, my client that I did every week, it wasn't her husband, but it was her father. Because he was an elderly gentleman, I was like, be careful, because I don't want to be liable if you hurt yourself. So as he's coming down the stairs, as I'm sweeping and mopping, already like, because you in the way. So I'm like, coming down, he's pretty much asking me questions. So he's like, I think he asked me my age for one. And if he did ask me my age, I know for a fact he asked me, are you married? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not married. He was like, well, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no, sir, I don't have a boyfriend. And at that time, I don't know if I did or didn't have a boyfriend, which I probably did, but I always tell people no for the simple fact that's none of your business. I'm here in a professional setting. My outside life doesn't matter. So I just say no just to not, have to keep up a conversation, to be honest. So I told him no, and I specifically remember this man saying, well, do you want one? I may be wrong. I may have heard wrong. That's why after he walked down, I was just like, okay. And I just brushed it off. So that was one situation. There was another situation, different client. They were husband and wife. And this one is a little sticky because I don't want to explain too much. But regardless, the wife was there the majority of the time, but there were some instances where she wasn't. So I'm once again on these darn stairs. I don't know what is with me and stairs, but anyway, I'm coming down the stairs, and they had like a piece of like wood kind of blocking the stairs so their pet wouldn't go upstairs. So with that, I'm coming down, I'm cleaning, and once I'm done, I put the piece of wood back. Again, in a sense, this is your home. This is how you maneuver in your home. This is what you do to keep your pet safe, so I'm going to do the same. So I slide the piece of wood back. And as I'm sliding the piece of wood back, the husband approaches me, and there's conversation that kind of ensued. And it was like, oh, well, you don't have to do that. We only do that for such and such. And like as the conversation is going on and we're standing there talking, like he kind of comes and put his hand on the small of my back. Now, mind you, if you've ever seen me in person, if you've ever seen like me in pictures, you can tell how short I am. I am a very small and petite woman. Like I'm 4'9", 4'10". I say 4'10" because honestly I don't really know. But legally, I'm a little person. So you will reach my shoulder way before you reach my back. So when he did that, I was just kind of like, and I kind of stayed there because it was shocking, especially for this one, to kind of do that. And then at some point, I kind of turned and just was talking to him face to face. Again, I don't remember if the wife was there, and if she was there, she wasn't like in the area as to where we were. Again, another situation I brushed off. Okay, so third situation. There was a gentleman that I cleaned for. I started doing him like right before I had moved here. And he was one of the up and ups. I'm gonna just say he was in the Hollywood area. So as far as what he did, again, I'm trying not to give too much detail. But anyway, so he was doing that. So with him, he was one of those type of clients that, there was a specific time that I could come to his home to clean. Okay, so There again, going back to the young lady that took over the company, she sent me there in the morning. Now, mind you, when I clean or when I get clients, a lot of the times back home, I go into homes by myself. So I get in good with my clients. I talk to them, and number one, like I said, I want to know what kind of clean you want, and I kind of want to know your schedule as well. So if something were to ever get messed up, I'll know, this person prefers this time or this person prefers, whatever. So with him, I knew it wasn't an early morning thing. And come to find out, he was put on my schedule early in the morning. Now, I knew that I shouldn't have been there that early. But again, I wasn't about to argue with nobody because at that point, I was just like, you know what, whatever. So I go, and here's another thing. Because of the type of job that I have and the respect level that I have for people, anytime that I go to anybody's home, whether I have a key to get into their home or, they have to let me in, I always knock or ring a doorbell, or if I do go straight into their home, I always announce myself. I just feel like it's the respectful thing to do, and honestly, you don't know what nobody doing in their house. Like, they can be running around butterball ass naked, burning sage, and I ain't trying to walk in on none of that. So I always announce myself, or I always let them know I'm coming in. So with this one, there was a key. So I did use a key to get in his home, and this particular morning, I used the key, walked in, announced myself, and as I'm announcing myself, I hear giggling of a woman. Now, so I stop, I kind of listen, I say hello again, and then that's when he peeks his head out of his room door. Now, mind you, all I can see is like this. But granted, we all grown. I know that man is naked. Number one, no, I hear giggling of a female. So I already kind of know what's going on. And it was just aggravating for me. Because, like I said, I knew I shouldn't have been there that early. And I knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I know what you're doing. So, so I'm like, he's standing there wanting to talk with his head peeked out. Like, bro, get back to what you're doing. I'm talking really fast at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I do apologize. It was on my schedule. We can reschedule. And I'm trying to get out the house. This man is still trying to talk to me while he pretty much butterball ass naked, I'm pretty sure, in there with whatever he got going on. Girlfriend, friend, I don't care. Not my monkey, not my circus. So I leave. I call the one that took over their company, fussing her out like, bro, not only was this just invasion of privacy for me, like, this is totally embarrassing. So can we get this right? But here's the little catch with this one. Okay, I think that situation happened before this next situation I'm about to talk about. So I go to clean, and he's actually there one day, and it's just him. It's not the little female friend or girlfriend or whoever she was. Don't really care. Anyway, she wasn't there. It was just him. So he was like, oh, well, I'm about to head out for a little bit, so you can go ahead and do what you gotta do. I'm about to run and use the bathroom door real quick. I was like, all right, cool. Your house. Do what you want to do. I don't care. So, as he goes in the bathroom and proceeds to pee, this man leave the door open. Now, mind you, I'm just getting in. I'm just getting my stuff settled. But still, like, common decency.
Close the damn door.
So, proceeds to use the bathroom with the door open. And proceeds to walk out fixing his britches. Get old real quick. Like, come out fixing his... Bro, do that while you're in the bathroom. I don't want to see that. I don't want to parse of that. Like, we already had an uncomfortable situation. Like, why would you do that? Again, all of this stuff is just like, I'm just sweeping everything under the rug. I'm not saying anything. I'm just going on about it. So, here come... Hold on, before we get there. Okay, so... sorry, what was I about to say? Again, this goes back to me saying what I feel like a relationship and a marriage and how husband and wife should act when they have people coming into their home. Now, if it were me and I was somebody's wife, I will not go to the door in lingerie. I will not go into the door in my house robe. For the most part, if I have to throw on pants and a shirt to go answer my door, that's what I'll do. Because I just feel like as respect for your spouse, that's what you should do. Hey, I may be too old school, I may be wrong. Whatever, that's just how I feel, because we also, it wasn't just men. There were some women who, to me, didn't dress properly. Now, granted, I do understand that a lot of my clients back home do work from home, and you're in your home, you're in your place of peace, so you don't want to put on clothes every day if you work from home. I literally had a client tell me that, who worked from home. I'm not putting on clothes. I am sitting here behind a computer, behind a phone. I'm not putting on clothes. So, I mean, I get it, but even for a woman, well, married or not, I just think the respectable thing to do is to get dressed. Don't have your unmentionables just swanging. Just, again, I may be wrong. It just may be me overthinking it, whatever. So, let's get to, I ain't gonna say the mastermind, but we gonna get to the most important one now. So, again, this was a husband and wife. Beautiful home, really big home, for just two people. And I'm not gonna say anything else, because that's, yeah. In the beginning, I started cleaning them around the time I had first started the company. So I knew of this couple and, their home, familiar with their home for a good long while. But I think upon the wife's request that there only be one person come in her home, because, I mean, with the type of work that I do, I can really understand that, for the simple fact, you don't want a whole lot of people in your home. Something come up missing, something's broken, anything like that, you have to sit here and fight between two people who are automatically going to say, oh, it wasn't me, type of thing. So I understand that. I want one person in my home. Something happens, I can go straight to this person. So, granted, and after a while, it was just me going in the home. I don't know if I was requested, because I had been doing them for so long, but I know the other girl that I was going to this house with, she either stopped working there or whatever case was. I was the only one going. So, with this, I'll say first things first. When I would arrive, they would be my first home. It would be early in the morning. So, when I would arrive, again, there's one of these instances where, due to work or life or whatever case may be, this wife wasn't really there that often. So a lot of the times the husband would come and open the door for me. When he did, he pretty much didn't have clothes on. For the most part, I've went when there was maybe a t-shirt on, maybe an undershirt on, but this man was in his underwear. Underwear and flip-flops or slides or something of that nature, and that was pretty much it. And he would always be the one to answer the door. Granted, if wife was there, like, if I wouldn't know if the wife was there until I went into the home, or unless, and I hear her. So I'm walking in, it's just, I don't know who's there. I just know he's answering the door. So, and again, he's not dressed to, I'll say, my standards. So that's first things first with this one. So first situation that happened. Okay, so like I said, I'll get there early in the morning, and they would, for the most part, offer me coffee. Which of course I would want. More than likely the coffee will already be brewing by the time I get there. So as I'm going to get the coffee one day, or this was around the first time they started offering, there was a comment made of, which again, it was coffee. So I don't know if this went over my head or if I'm taking it more than what it is. I don't know. So the comment was, well, there's I think it's heavy whipping cream in the refrigerator. It makes the coffee more creamier if that's how you like it. Just this man's demeanor and the way that I don't want to laugh because I'm trying to be serious with this, but just the way that he said that to me, it kind of made me like, I replay it, like how he said it in my head, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll take some. And like, I'm always like super smiling, bubbly when it comes to my clients. Like, so that was a comment made. What was another situation? Okay, so another situation that happened was, okay, I don't remember what I was driving at the time, and I don't really want to say because I don't. But anyway, I was driving a car, and I don't know, I think the week before the situation happened, my tire had went flat, and my tire had went flat, like, as I'm leaving their house, so I kind of told them about it, or they kind of caught wind of it, or whatever, so when I went back the following week or 2 weeks, or whatever their schedule was, we kind of talked about it. I was like, yeah, tire went flat, I don't know what's going on, whatever, just light conversation about my vehicle. But anyway, so the day goes on, I'm in there cleaning. Now, mind you, I go into a bathroom to clean. It wasn't a full bathroom, so it was just a sink and a toilet. So I'm in there, and I'm on the toilet part. So I'm pretty much bent over on, like, cleaning around the bottom of the toilet, everything. And as I get, I don't know if I hear something, because here's another thing. When I'm cleaning, back then, I would listen to music. I stopped doing that because certain type of songs kind of get me, turned up. So I try not to listen to music too much more. And, I'll be singing all loud and ugly and stuff in these people's house around there dancing and stuff. See, that's another thing. I wasn't, like, full on having twerk sessions in nobody's house. I'll just do a little diddy bop, and I go ahead on about my business, or whatever. But I don't listen to music anymore. I'll listen to comedy. But saying that, I don't know if I had music playing in my ear, but I'm bending over cleaning the toilet. I stand up, I turn around, and he's standing there. So it's like, it spooked me and it surprised me, and I didn't really know what to do or how to react. So I'm thinking, okay, dude gotta use the bathroom. It's the closest bathroom, which I don't understand why he would want to use that bathroom. There's other bathrooms in the house. Anyway, so I stand up, turn around, he's there, and I'm like, oh, my bad. So I try to slide out of the way to go out of the bathroom. So I'm thinking he's coming in to use the bathroom, and he gets back in so I'm sliding out of the way, he gets back in my way, and like, here, give me your keys type thing. And I was like, okay. But anyway, like, I had him the keys, and he's, going to put air in my tire, check my tire, whatever. I was grateful for it, granted, I get it, but just like, how long were you standing there while I was bent over? Anywho, last situation with this same person. Okay, so these are all different times and different days, not necessarily, they didn't happen in the order that I'm telling, I'm just saying, of the different situations that made me slightly uncomfortable. So, last situation was the biggest one. I was standing at the kitchen sink, and the way the kitchen is built, there's like counters, walk space, stove, walk space, kitchen sink. So I'm sitting at the kitchen sink, and like, I'm rinsing a rag out or whatever. I'm in there trying to do my thing. And for I know it, I don't remember why he walked in the kitchen, what he was getting. I'm pretty sure he may have been fixing himself a snack or drink or whatever. It doesn't matter. So I'm standing at the kitchen sink, and I specifically remember this man walking up, not walking up, but walking behind me, possibly brushing up against me. Now, mind you, like I said, there's walk space in between me, the kitchen sink, me, and so there's a whole nother area over here you could have walked. Now, what caused concern for me was, I'm pretty sure when he walked behind me, it wasn't like he turned to the side and walked. He didn't turn like this and walk. He was like this. So this is the back of my head, and dude rubbed my butt. I don't really know how else to put it. Like, I don't necessarily remember it being all of that. I just remember he wasn't facing, like, okay, so for me, like, if I'm in a club or something like that, and I'm walking behind somebody, like, even if female dude, whatever, like, I'm not gonna walk where my is gonna brush up against or touch nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I'ma turn, I'ma flip, I'ma go and scoot out the way in a respectable manner. That for me was the biggest thing. But here's the catch to all of this. Now, this goes back to the very beginning of the video, where I told you my CEO, we were having this conversation. So she said, you know, you're not taking too long in these houses. I don't know why. Again, I explained to her, number one, I know my clients. I know their dirt. I know how to get it. I said another one of the biggest reasons why I don't take as long in these houses as you feel like I should is because I'm uncomfortable in these houses the majority of the time. A lot of times, if it's just me and someone's husband in the house, and I said, because a lot of these, I think I remember specifically telling her, yes, I am a young female, but when it comes to marriage, I have my own ideas of how a husband and a wife should act around people, and some of these husbands aren't doing the best things, and it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm not gonna spend hours in a house with someone, let alone their wives not being there, somebody to walk in or walk up or see something and may feel, you know what I'm saying, and feel like it's me pushing up on these. Baby, I'm not one of those. And it's already like that type of situation. I'm there to help, being the help. Baby, not me. Okay? I don't want your husband. I'm just saying, like, I never wanted to be in one of those situations. Like, so I explained that to her. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, that's something you shouldn't have to deal with. I just wish you would have said something earlier. And granted, maybe I should have. But for me, it was like, I don't want to lose my money. Because a lot of these clients, especially two of them that I spoke of, paid good. Listen, okay? I didn't want to lose my money. And then, too, I didn't want to, like, get nobody in trouble or make anybody feel like, oh, I'm making anything up, or hell, not knowing whether these people are going to believe me or not. So I just went on, brushed it under the rug, kind of side-eyed it, and just went on about my way. But for me, this was the biggest catch. She's, after her saying, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. No, it's not nothing you should deal with. I wish you would have spoke up earlier. She said to me, can I ask you a question? Yes, ma'am. Is one of those people you're speaking of so-and-so's husband? Baby, when she said that, that's when I was like, she knew. Like, she knew. I'm not going to say she knew, because the comment was made, I'm not going to say she said he gave me creepy vibes. She just said he's extra flirtatious, I think was the words that she used. And when she spoke of the one person that gave me the most uncomfortable situations, to me, that's what made me think, like, damn. It just made me feel weird. It was like, why didn't you say something to me before? And I've been doing these people's house for over 2 years, like, and I've been in there dealing with all this stuff. And like I said, when I go in houses, back then, I would dress a certain type of way. Like, granted, I would wear my stuff that, like I have on now, my leg stuff that will be comfortable for me to clean in, but I will always make sure I wear a long enough shirt. Or if it was, the summertime, I'm not wearing really, really short shorts. I'm wearing, like, Bermuda shorts and different stuff like that. So it's not like I'm giving these people the okay to be like, hey, little mama, what you doing? No. And that wasn't me, but just the fact that she already knew who the main culprit was, to me, it was a little, I don't know, it was a little disheartening. Like, you could have said something to me. You could have let me know. Yeah, it was just like this whole big thing. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you not want to do it? I'm like, no, it's fine. Just don't even worry about it. Like, I was worried about my bread. And then on top of that, I knew I was moving soon. So I kind of just stuck it out and dealt with it. And what was so crazy, when I moved up here, they didn't even let this client know that I was leaving. The reason I speak of it now is because I'm currently doing the same type of work. So, situation kind of happened today. And that's why I guess I wanted to feel like it was important for me to talk about it, because I guess the way that I acted or reacted to it just goes back to everything that I dealt with back home. Now, mind you, I haven't been working with this new company that long, and I always kind of, and then now I don't go into homes by myself anymore. I always go in with somebody. So yeah, and then now a lot of the clients that I do now, they're not home. So it's a different environment here. But there was a situation today where a similar or more uncomfortable situation happened, but I'm not gonna say gladly I was there with my coworker, but and it didn't happen directly to me. Just same certain situation where the gentleman, for one, he's not, yeah, so I don't know if that's what it was, but she, in a sense, ensued, as in, she's in an area and he pretty much came into that same area disrobed. We'll say disrobed, pants to his knees. Well, I don't know. Was out. From my understanding, I just seen her. She was like, she just came rushing back to me, like, I'm so uncomfortable. I don't know what to do. So, we made arrangements to figure out what we're gonna do. We did end up leaving. So, yeah, and for me, like I told her, like, and I talked to them a little bit about some of the stuff that I dealt with back home. So when she said that to me, I automatically, took it back to my situations as to, luckily, I was here with her. When I had my situation, there was nobody there. I had to, in a sense, back then I had to grin and bear it. You know what I mean? And I had to deal with it alone. So when she said that, I'm immediately like, look, mama, if you're uncomfortable, we can go. Because I'm not going to stay. And you saying all of this, we're going to leave. Because it's best for us both. And then, it's heartening, like, as a woman to, I don't know, to have to deal with it. Granted, I know women are the only ones in today's workplace to deal with sexual harassment. Trust me, I know. Say something, kind of speak out about it. Not saying, look, listen, don't have no pity on me. Like, I'm fine. I'm a big girl. I can handle it myself. But I don't know. For me, because I'm such a petite woman, I guess it was, that's one thing. And then back home, the reason why I felt like I got a lot of the stuff, I'll say I got tried by these people, is because a lot of this didn't start until after I did my Christmas thank you cards, which back home clients would like do Christmas bonuses or whatever, which I was so grateful for, because like for 2 years I didn't have to buy Christmas for my child. Like, it was pretty much paid for. Like, collect all my Christmas bonuses from all my clients, like, boom, Christmas every year for him. And ain't nothing out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I was so grateful for it. And then one year, I did us Christmas cards where it was just me and him on the card. So just telling everybody thank you for their generosity. It's very thankful. And I put him on it, in a sense, to see, hey, this is why I'm here. This is why I come in every day. I'm making sure y'all good. Whatever you guys ask of me, this is why I'm doing it. So I think that's the biggest reason why I put him on the card. But for those who don't know, which my child is on my main channel, you can tell by the way that my child looks that he's a fair skinned child. He is, you can tell, he's not, he not all the way black. Like, you can tell that if you see me, a lot of people see me and they see us in public and they don't think that's my child, So I know they pretty much either thought, one, it was a really, really light-skinned guy that she had a child with. It was another biracial, well, I'll say a biracial person because I'm not biracial. It was a biracial guy that she had a child with, or his father is white. So that's when I felt like, they felt like they could try me because they kind of figured it out. And that's not really the reason why. Like I said, the reason why I put my son on there is because I want them to know this is why I do what I do for you guys. So, I don't know. Again, I guess the moral of the story is say something regardless of how you kind of feel about it. Don't just grin and bear it, because it can be a little bit damaging. in some instances, especially like for me, like I said, now I'm thankful that I don't have to pretty much go in homes alone, and I'm thankful I don't do, that's why I don't listen to music anymore while I'm at work. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give anybody no other kind of, no, I don't know. And then too, because of the type of town that I'm in now and the type of people that I'm around, um, there's just a difference of people here. Like, people here in the type of homes that I clean are more, I don't know, it's a different environment than back home. Like, back home, I just feel like everybody was super freeing, super hippie lifestyle type, whatever, I don't know. And then here, everybody is military town. So, the type of people that I, are working for are more retired military, and, they have that stern whatever. So it's like a difference of personalities, definitely, but still, if anything ever is to go on with you or whatever in your workplace, please find somebody that you can trust, to say something to. Like I said, I do feel bad that I didn't say anything to my CEO, but like I said, it's very disheartening for me to know that she kind of already knew. Again, nonetheless, I made my money. I'm gone now. Wish the company nothing but the best, but I don't know. It's just something I want to speak on, because, baby, to bed, because guess what? I gotta hit it in a minute. Peace.